It's hard being an Atlanta fan. Every team chokes, and it gets tiring. I just want to see one of my teams succeed for once, do something. I didn't expect to win the series. I predicted the Cavs in 5. I was really hoping the Hawks could win at least one. But of course, Atlanta teams can never do better than their expectations. They can never live up to their expectations. Always do worse. Always. And it's really frustrating as an Atlanta fan. Hawks choked that game away. Although there were two missed calls at the end that favored Cleveland. But I don't know if I can really blame that because the Hawks choked the lead away anyways for that to be able to happen. So there's still blame to be put on the Atlanta Hawks. But there's two bad calls that the refs made in the final minute of the game. The first was a call where Paul Millsap got called for goaltending when he hit the ball before it hit the backboard. So Cleveland should not have had those 2 points. Now who knows if they did call that play right. Cleveland, I forget who got the rebound. Cleveland could have scored anyways, but just saying. And the second call happened at the very end where Dennis Schroeder and LeBron James got called for a jump ball. That should have never been a jump ball. Dennis Schroeder had it the whole time. I don't understand why that was a jump ball. I really don't. Dennis Schroeder never lost. I mean, LeBron James touched it, but Dennis Schroeder never really lost the ball. So we probably would not have made a shot anyways. But it should not have been a jump ball, and that could have changed things. Who knows? We'll never know. But the Hawks deserve that loss after the way they choked in the fourth quarter. So I can't even give them that. And it's really disappointing to see this team lose in the second round after last year to the same team in the sweep. I just wanted us to win one game. But we can't do that. We're Atlanta. I'm really starting to think that Kyle Korver needs to leave. Lead or leave, either one. Because he had one shot in game 1 and like 2 in another game. Ridiculous. He's a waste of space on our roster. He's so one-dimensional now. I appreciate what he's done for Atlanta, but he's so one-dimensional that we need a better shooting guard. We need someone that can take over games in the fourth quarter, because that's when we choke the lead. Games 3 and 4, we were looking, and 1, we were looking good until the fourth quarter, and then we just got blown away by LeBron James and the barrage of threes that the Cavaliers put on in this series. Really disappointing. Kyle Korver needs to lead. I'm not sure what we're going to do with Al Horford now that he's going to be a free agent. Kind of want to re-sign him, but I kind of don't. Al Horford's definitely my favorite player on the Hawks. But I'm going to be honest, he's a terrible rebounder for his size. And we really need some rebounding. So I'm not sure what we're going to do with Al Horford. Either way, if we don't re-sign him, I'm going to miss him being a Hawk. And also, what are we going to do with Jeff Teague or Dennis Schroeder? I think we should keep Schroeder. Younger, has more potential. I say they're about equal now. If you look at the numbers, per 48 minutes, they have similar numbers. And yeah, I think we should keep Dennis Schroeder. I think we should get rid of Jeff Teague. I don't know where though. I really don't want to get rid of Jeff Teague, but he hasn't lived up to the hype this year. He only had 5 points in Game 4. That's terrible. And I think our coach, Mike Budenholzer, needs to learn how to use our players a little bit better. See, in the first half of Game 4 and of many other games, we've used so many players, Chris Humphries, Mike Scott, off the bench. We just used everybody, and they were doing good. Chris Humphries was going off in that, first or second quarter. Every time I saw him, he hit a three, got like 7 rebounds in like 12 minutes or something. Got a block. He was doing everything in the few minutes that he played. Mike Scott would go off in some of these games in the first half and never be put back in the second half, which is ridiculous. We need to utilize our bench more. Muscala's not impressing me at all anymore. He takes way too many threes. I honestly feel like every time he puts it up, he's gonna miss, just like Parolantic year before. So I'm just really disappointed. Not really sure what the Hawks are gonna do. I just wanted one game out of this, just one. At least we played better than we did last year in the Eastern Conference Finals. But we blew 3 leads. We could have won three games, and we blew it in the fourth quarter in 3 of those games. Game 2, we just got flat outplayed. Game 1 looked like we were gonna get destroyed. Then we came all the way back just to lose it again in the fourth. Late in the fourth. We always lose games in the fourth. We don't have a star. It's not like we're gonna get Kevin Durant. He's either gonna stay in OKC or maybe go to the Wizards. I don't think that's happening. He's gonna stay in OKC. Apparently, DeMar DeRozan, which I would love to have, because his shooting guard is one of our weaker spots right now. I would love to have DeMar DeRozan, but he wants to go to LA. I mean, who else is out there that would want to come to Atlanta? I don't know. It's gonna be a crazy off season for us. Are we gonna bring back Bazemore or not? Kind of like Bazemore. I think he fits good with us. But then again, so did DeMar Carroll. So who knows where Bazemore's gonna go? Is he gonna come back or not? I don't know. I don't know if I want him back or not, because I don't know who would replace him. I don't know what the Hawks are going to do next year. I just know that I think Dennis Schroeder should be the starting point guard. Although I'd like to have Jeff Teague and Schroeder for one more year. I think Schroeder is ready to take over for Teague. Yeah, I'm just disappointed in this team. I mean, I knew the Cavs were going to win the series. But to win it like this, it's kind of hard. Like, they were hitting all sorts of threes. We couldn't defend crap from outside. And yet we were still in the games into the fourth quarter. I don't understand. It makes me wonder if the Cavs are really that good. Because if they weren't hitting those threes, Atlanta could have won 3 of those games. Who knows? I don't think the Hawks are good enough to go to the finals, of course. But it just makes me wonder if the Cavs can really compete against, actual finals contenders like the ones they have in the West and not the phony teams we have in the East. But yeah, that's it. Just disappointed. Came a few days late, but